What up, Dokkaners? So we got some stuff to talk about here. Even though the global data download dropped last night and it's essentially got the same stuff as JP, there are a few things that I want to clarify on, like some weird translations on the JP side. Also, I want to talk about something that I didn't quite mention before in the other video. And on top of that, we've got some unique equips coming for some characters that I'm not exactly sure why, but we'll try to figure it out in this video. So let's just start from the top here. 304 megabytes of data on the JP side. Let's jump in. So Proton with the same breakdown. Everything here checks out. Everything is the same. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Chaotzu, because in my JP video, Chaotzu's unit details were insanely dumb because of Google Translate. So I'd rather read it where it makes sense. Okay, so 50%, right. Cause supreme damage, greatly lowers defense. Per extreme class ally on the team, attack and defense plus 30%. Chance to dodge up to 35. Okay, so I mean, this is already much more clear. In the other one, it was per extreme class Dragon Ball Saga or Earthlings. It was so dumb. Okay, so there is no cap on the stat boost. You can go as high as 210%. There is a cap on this, though. So this one, you need 7 units on the team to get the full max out passive. For this one, you only need 5, and you can get 35. Per Dragon Ball Saga or Earthlings category ally on the team, depending on which category has more, another attack and defense plus 30% per. Chance to dodge plus 7% up to 35. So when it's all said and done, if you're running a full extreme Dragon Ball Saga team or an extreme Earthlings team, which I feel like is harder to do, extreme Earthlings, we'll actually go ahead and check. You could be looking at 70% dodge and 420% attack and defense. Now, the thing about a Chaotzu unit is that synergy is not the name of the game, because even with TNs out there, you can only have so much, like you can only have so many TNs running around, right? And with the only one that's currently really good being the summonable with only 4 links. After that, I mean, look at how much further down we have to dip. 3 links. It's just very difficult to find synergy. So having a Chaotzu that can essentially on his own provide these sort of numbers makes him the best Chaotzu that we've got. Not much of a bar, but still, he is better than what we've seen before, just based on this. When there's another DB Saga Earthlings category ally on attacking in the same turn, randomly change keys for a certain type to rainbow, attack and defense plus 100%, damage reduction plus 40% when attacking. Okay, for a free-to-play, no less, pre-ZA, 40% damage reduction, 70% dodge. That is pretty good when attacking with 12 or more key. Attack and defense plus 100%, starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. Once only, you can stun all enemies. So that's the World Tournament Chaotzu effect manifesting in the SSR. Okay, let's just quickly try to assemble a team, because I'm just trying to think, like, in terms of a practical extreme class team, I wonder how this is going to work, especially without the newer characters. Like, I don't think you can do this without the newer characters. So if you are investing in like Dragon Ball Saga, then you're looking at a pretty stacked team, right? Because you got the summonable Tien, Mercenary Tao, this guy. But like, let's just say you don't have any of those, right? You would probably be running this, maybe these. This other Tien's actually pretty good. And then, of course, like the new Chaotzu. Yeah, I mean, that's not going to cut it. So, again, it's just like one of those things where eventually when you have enough, the unit will thrive. It's not like he's a game changer, but it's still good. Another piece for the future of Dragon Ball Saga. And actually, wait, hold on. Now that we're on the subject, let me test out Dragon Ball Saga. Dragon Ball Saga should be pretty easy. There's a lot more options here. Like, you could throw that dude in there, that guy. Plus, he's extreme class, so you could pretty much just like run all the Piccolo type units. Tao, yeah, that's easy. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of a niche for the guy. Okay, active skill, DB Saga Earthling, 16% and defense. So both are for the categories. This I wasn't so sure about in the JP translation because stupid Google Translate. Self-excluded. He seals. He greatly lowers attack and defense for 1 turn. So he nerfs, he seals, he supports, and does damage. All when facing only 1 enemy straight up from turn 5 or when everybody's extreme class. Pretty cool. All right, moving on to the next bit of news here. So I didn't talk about this in the other video. I talked about the Memorial Stone, but I didn't really talk about this. So this blue ticket here is interesting because it's not the ticket that I was originally thinking about. The original ticket that I was thinking about was this. This is a very different ticket. Let me actually see if I can zoom in on it. If I go to, is it treasure? Yeah, I was thinking of this. Secret treasure chest, EX skill orb. That is very clearly not the same one. In fact, this looks more like this one. This, if you guys may recall, is the ticket that you could use to collect for exclusive wallpapers in the 11th anniversary. So far, we've only collected 9. because we've only been given 3 different instances of these ticket missions. And so I've only accumulated up to 9 of them. But throughout the course of the year, we'd be getting more of these to exchange for wallpapers. Actually, if I go back here, if we keep scrolling, we'll eventually find... Wait, did I pass it already? Yeah. We'll find these 2 tickets because we actually had an older version that was orange, yellow, and blue. And we've already seen what these 2 are all about. This one is for wallpapers as they've advertised. This one was for Dokkan Chronicles. I did a video, several videos on this, in fact, during the 10th anniversary. Dokkan Chronicles allowed you to access basically like old school Dokkan artifacts. I don't know what else you were also able to pick up. I think you're also able to get some Dragon Stones, but the bigger get for someone like me was being able to get access to like other wallpapers. There was also a JP exclusive wallpaper, things like that. So if it's to remain in theme with the other tickets, I would imagine that this blue ticket is going to have something to do with purely cosmetic stuff. Maybe it's an even higher quality wallpaper. I'm thinking, since this is a reward ticket for the 11th anniversary celebration, this might be a reward ticket that can get you wallpapers for the 2026 Global Dokkan celebration, because I don't know what else this could be. Or this could just be tickets that we redeem right away for some really fancy sort of wallpapers. Again, I'll say this like I said before, I want them to give us more fancier type animations like they do in Legends. Legends is seriously on fire when it comes to aesthetics. The visuals in that game are insane. And yeah, my phone is feeling the repercussions of it. My phone starts to heat up. I have a 13 Pro Max and it's struggling. But I'm saying strictly like for my own selfish reasons, that's what I would want if this is going to be something cosmetic, but we'll see. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I think some people might have been thinking what I was thinking. So I just wanted to clear that up. So that covers essentially everything that we discussed on the JP side, plus those 2 things. Chance time is still here. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that. We've also actually, wait, they translated the ticket, didn't they? What does the ticket now say? Oh, Dokkan chances. Okay, sure. So that's all we got. Now let's talk about the biggest question mark of all, and that is from Dadago4s. So this is another data miner who's got his own website. This is a Japanese Dokkan data miner. So I will put the link to this channel in the description for this video. I don't normally use this just because it's very hard to navigate because I don't know where everything is, but it's actually pretty intuitive. Okay, so what we're talking about here is the fact that there were several EX equips added to specific characters. Some we've already got EX equips for, and some that we don't. Character-specific EX skill orbs can be found in a variety of ways, including mission... Oh, no, that's not the one. In the in-game data on June 23rd, 2025, 7 new characters were added with exclusive EX skill orbs. How to obtain them is currently unknown. Broly and the Saiyan trio already had their own exclusive EX skill orbs, but the new skill orb effects will be more powerful. So the cast includes Tech UI Goku, Int Broly. This is from Worldwide 2024. This is from Tanabata 2023? When did this guy come out, actually? It's been a while since he's been out, right? And then we had no. Wait, yeah. Oh, 2024. I'm stupid. 9th anniversary. Yeah, it's because Global had 2 celebration anniversaries so close together that I kind of lost track of time. This was also 2024. This was before Broly, in fact. So this was like summer of 2024. Then we had this guy during Worldwide 2024. Vegeta, Namek Vegeta was the first Dokkan festival after Worldwide was over. This was the part 1 Dokkan festival of that 2-part Broly celebration, right? Part 1 was this guy in the Tech Broly, and part 2 was Int Broly plus STR Family Kamehameha. We've got Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in here, infamously part of the 10th anniversary EX, even though we all knew that it was very clearly a separate celebration. They're giving the EX orbs now? See, this is weird because they should have done this during the anniversary itself. Okay. Then we've got Lord Slug in here. I don't remember exactly what, you know what? Hold on. Let me pull up the sacred timeline. Okay, so we got the sacred timeline here. July to August, that was our Global's anniversary. And then August 4th, Global got the Tanabata that JP had just been given, right? JP had just been getting it. And then like a couple weeks later, I think Global got it. Okay. Then after that, we had Topo on Global. Then we had Cell Max. Then we had the Worldwide. So we got this dude and this dude getting those unique equips. After that was over, we got the Namek Vegeta. Okay. No Gohan. No Roshi. Okay. Because these are all... Okay, so I think what I'm understanding here, it's all the new characters that JP hadn't yet had. That's why Topo's not included. That's why Cellmax is not included. Tech UI being there, he is new. Not exactly at the same time for both versions, but still new. But the cutoff was like right here. Okay. And then if we go down here, after Namek, Vegeta, and Gohan, we had Roshi. Again, doesn't count because Roshi dropped earlier for JP. And then we had Lord Slug in the November block. That was very slow. That was a fun time. Wait, what about this guy? Why is he not in there? Why is Buhan not... Wait, what? What? Saiyan Day Vegeta? That is interesting. So, I mean, that kind of ruins my pattern that I thought I figured out. Because I was like, oh, it's got to be all the characters that released since worldwide, or like Tanabata 2024, all the new characters that both versions got for the first time. But then Buhan's not there. Gotenks, well, Gotenks not being there is understandable. Fine. He's not a Dokkan festival. And then no Daimas, actually. Huh. So that kind of ruins this argument. I was going to say it was something to do with this, because I was thinking like maybe summon points. But yeah, that's not it. So what I think this could mean is either they're not done including more unique equips, or there's a very specific reason why these characters are in here. Daima Super Saiyan 3 could have something to do with maybe like the upcoming summons. We could be looking at maybe possibly a Super Saiyan 3 adult Vegeta Daima unit, which would obviously make this guy one of the best running mates possible. A precedent that would be set with him and then succeeded by Super Saiyan 4 Mini Goku plus Super Saiyan 4 Adult Goku. Even the Super Saiyan 3 Mini Goku plus the Super Saiyan 3 Adult Goku. There's a lot that they could do with just the Daima characters and having like top synergy like-minded units. And then, I mean, this guy's demonic power. This could be a bit of a stretch, right? I am kind of tying this to Daima, but like, you know, demonic power. Vegeta, just another unit that syncs up with, I mean, links up with Super Saiyan. I don't know. Like, what is this guy doing here? Power of wishes? Maybe? Because Super Saiyan 4 is the power of wishes. But then what's this fool doing here? What does Vegeta have to do with it? What does Broly have to do with it? Maybe Broly's uncontrollable power is what Goma's going to be leading. I don't know. I have no idea. So if you have any ideas for what this could mean, let me know. I strongly feel like this isn't it. Also, looking at the numbers, defense level 9, continuous attack level 3, defense level 6. Am I reading into this wrong, or does continuous attack level 3 mean 3 additional? Or does it mean something different? Let me actually go into my hidden potential and look, because now I'm not sure. And while we're here, I want to take a look at the physical LR power of wishes dude, because we've got unique equips for the guy. Okay. So this dude, if we look at that, EX orb critical hit plus level 6. Oh, no. Yeah. So he's got 6 crit and then defense plus 2. So in terms of stats, these are better because like you're getting more defense, and then you're looking at 9 defense on the Gogo Trunks. I don't think I have something like that. Yeah, I mean, I have 8 defense on Gogo Trunks. So this is a better version of that. But the additional is kind of duty though. Additional is only level 3, which is kind of surprising. And then the level 6 additional and crit. Do we have something like that for Gogo Trunks already? Nope, we have a level 6 additional and a level 6 defense. All right, whatever. They're just giving different unique equips for the guys. It's weird though that it's just these and not some other missing characters, but yeah. So there is that. What this is going to be used for, I'm going to assume this is going to be some sort of maybe countdown celebration related event. Either that, or this will be actually during the Global Dokkan celebration, where there's just like a giant swarm of like newer characters for which you can get a bunch of upgrades. Could be a nice way to sort of kick off the first celebration of its kind. Even though it's supposed to be like the successor to Worldwide, it's called something entirely different. So this could be the start of like a new tradition. Maybe every year, maybe this could actually be a good business move. Every year, some of the better characters throughout the year leading towards the Global Dokkan celebration will get their unique equips during said Global Dokkan celebration, meaning it would further incentivize players to try at least to pick up these characters along the way, right? So for a full year, some of you might want to skip, which is sometimes the best option because you want to have the most amount of stones available for the more marquee celebrations. But for those of you who maybe summon and dabble and you manage to pull those characters, you could sort of indirectly reward yourself by knowing that you will be getting unique equips for those characters down the road when you get to the next big hype celebration. That could be what it is. But I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys because that was interesting and that was not something that I included in the JP data download. All right, that's it. And we're done. That's all we got for now. The hype is building. Daima is coming soon, and I could not... There's a little bit more. They also made this quick little announcement. Please note that the shop will be closed for maintenance. This is just on global, by the way, not JP. On Thursday, June 26th, from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. During the maintenance, you will not be able to make purchases at the shop. I can't remember the last time we had an update for the shop. Could this be something about maybe like preparing the shop for all of the excess sales that we're going to be having at the same time? Some of you who spend on the game may recall that they were so oversaturated with sales that not only was this first page filled up with stone sale offers, but then they had to extend it to the second page here on the specials tab where they had their own section just for additional stone sales, not these hidden potentials things, but like each of these blocks were dedicated to more stone sales. Could that be what this shop maintenance is all about? And why does JP not have something like this? Let me actually switch over. Let's see, does JP have anything? If we go to news, nope, they got nothing. So that is interesting. Global shop maintenance on Friday from 4 to 9 GMT. This is strange. I can't remember the last time they've done shop only maintenance, but this might support my theory that we'll see the countdown images in a second data download on Friday. We'll see. So again, like I've been saying, yeah, we're getting closer, but we still need a little bit more time. Friday is the end of the week. This is the start of the week, so that's still a ways away. But I said the 27th. The 27th is the Friday that he's referring to here. So if we see something by the 27th, then your boy Toon is a genius. And you need to believe me when I say that I am a genius. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your ideas for why these 7 characters were chosen with those unique equips. Why are some characters getting more unique equips than what they already have, while others are getting new ones right now for seemingly no reason? Let me know what you guys think. Any theories? What is the connective tissue between all of these units? Feel free to share in the comments down below. Why weren't the Daima, Goku, and Glorio units involved? Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.